I came to understand that in the calendar of time, there are two moments that matter. There are two moments that matter in the calendar of time. It tells us that the totality of the man is just factored into two fractions. The first is the moment of preparation, and the second is the moment of manifestation. It is called the chronos and the kairos. There are many of us that while in our chronos, we lack sustainability to amount into the kairos in which God has orchestrated for us. And there are still many of us that we have reached our season of kairos, but we have not sustained enough planning process. So your kairos comes, but it does not last. Yes. So that's why you hear things like rising and falling. A man always becomes big, they don't all of a sudden. Tomorrow is down. He sees it came, but because of his moment of chronos, he did not actualize it. He couldn't amount to anything for a long period of time. So it was in this process that Jesus was taken to the wilderness, and the emphasis was so that he can be able, through his chronos, sustain his kairos. So while in the wilderness, though we knew that he was the Messiah, and it was prophesied that that is coming, but prophecy is not enough to sustain destiny. Are you with me now? Because the thing is contending over what? Prophecy. So prophecy is not enough to sustain destiny. So then one thing is the factor that we need if our kairos can be sustained. And the Bible began to show in the book of Matthew chapter 4 that Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. And then he prayed. And I began to ask myself, what was the purpose of this prayer? What was the input of this prayer? Because if a man was actualized testimonies, there must be a test that he must go through. Yes. There is no great destiny without a great process. So when Jesus prayed, it was not because he wanted to show us that he was a lover of prayer. It was not because he wanted to show us that prayer is good per se, but it was because he needed to show us that in order for destiny matters to actualize, the only protocol is death. So he had to separate himself from the world. He had to cut himself out from civilization. While others are sleeping tonight, you can see that we have found ourselves in a small room, and just like the apostles, they waited 120 of them at the upper room, left families, left friends, because the master said, carry in Jerusalem, because the power is coming high, and this power will only locate men that can carry. This power will only locate men that have the sustainability to maintain their chronos, because the kairos is coming. Only men that stood in the days of chronos can manifest. So the endless expectation of creator waited for the manifestation of God. But this creator is only waiting for men of prayer, men of stature, men of stamina. So when Jesus prayed, Satan came, and then he said, if you are the Son of God, turn these stones to bread. What is the evil in evil? There is nothing wrong to eat. There is nothing wrong for a man to eat bread when he is hungry. But the question is, who is giving the command? So, chronos helps you to align yourself to the master. That in as much as your flesh wants something, if it is not alignment with the will of Allah, you know. Are you with me now? You can be saying amen. Because we are about to cry tonight. And I came with a burden. With a burden for nations. Because while we are standing, I see the brothers, I see the righteous. I see men that will go in the order of Katakuma and host a revival again. So a man can walk by the Spirit, and just because he was walking, his shadow can raise the dead. His shadow can heal the sick. These were men of the secret place. He said, if you are the Son of God, turn stones to bread. And he said, no, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word. By every word. So the emphasis is yielding of Adam. That until God speaks, you cannot move. Until Yeshua moves, you cannot move. Even though your appetite works for it, your appetite must die if Yeshua was take place in your life. So you no longer matter who matters in Jehovah. You no longer matter. Yes, you no longer matter. I as Wesley no longer matters. Who matters is Jesus. So until you take my place, I can never amount to anything. So there were 3 tests that Jesus faced. And the first was the loss of the eyes, the loss of the flesh, and then the pride of life. Because of them, I will not have to begin to go into them. But I want to show you something. That a man of prayer is a man that can host God. Are you with me now? It takes only men of prayer to host God. So when the Bible says that Enoch walked with God and he was not, it was because he was a priest of prayer. The reason why God can never get angry with David, no matter what David does, is because David was a priest of prayer. Day in, day out, he was in the presence of God. So even if David did something wrong now, you will find him in the church. You will find him in the presence of Abba.